Hello guys, welcome to a Sundowns fan vlog. I'm here with the review of the game against his Galaxy, the 1-1 draw in Bombela. I don't even know where to start with this game. I don't know. It seems like it's acceptable for a coach to consistently not act professionally. The way Sid Romanovic has been behaving lately, it seems like it's acceptable to call the opposition coach names, not once but twice in a post-match interview. Um, he referred to Coach Julani as Mr. Sunshine at Loftus, referred to him as Mr. Sunshine again today. Um, Blabbered on about Sundowns spending 200 million to buy players, and his team is just great. It's just hard work. Clearly, there's no work Sundowns is doing. But yeah, it honestly boggles my mind. It boggles my mind as to how he can confidently say these things and continue with his antics, and there's no action taken by the league or anything. But yeah, anyway, let's get into the game. I thought it was a very strong lineup from the coach. I don't know if the one solution that Coach Ulani has found in the past 6 games is playing one centre back, because he consistently plays one centre back now. Today he started with Libusa, um, and I'm not sure if it was a diamond with when River inverts and Spelele goes to the left, Allende is at the 10 and Mbuli is at the right center midfield. Um, but it looks interesting because we continue to find ways to get a goal. Continue to find ways to dominate in midfield, dominate in possession like we always do. We continue to dominate in terms of like our passing percentage, the number of passes that we are able to string together. I thought the first half was very good. I thought Spelele Mkhulisi started very well today. I thought he looked lively. The drives he was making in the open spaces that um, our movements were creating. I thought Spelele was moving into those spaces very well. Him, Marcelo, and Aubrey. And I thought Kuliso today wasn't at his best. Looked a bit rusty, but he grew into the game. And if there's one thing Kulisa loves, is a challenge. He really loves a challenge, um, and I think he did well. One thing I noticed today is how it's almost as if we're not playing with a left back, even though Aubrey's on the pitch. It's almost as if we're playing without a left back, even though Aubrey's on the pitch, because the amount of work he does to cover the spaces that he covers. Aubrey helps us play. Aubrey helps us find that final ball in the final third. And I don't want to lie, the past five, actually from the game against Tax, I thought we started playing very, very, very well. I thought we started playing very, very well. The only game that was disappointing in term performance-wise, I think, was the game against Esperance. But everything else around that game, I thought Sundowns looked very good. And I like the fact that we are peaking at the right time. I think we are peaking at the right time of the season, because as much as we've won the league, we had something to play for, which was the record points, and now we also have something to play for in terms of finishing the season unbeaten, and we're now one game away. And I think we're gonna reach. I think we're gonna reach the. We're gonna finally get that unbeaten record, because the one season I think our only loss was to Chiefs, and the 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 um, the way we conceded today, I felt like our unbeaten record is gone. But I don't want to lie. I'm so happy. I don't want to lie. I won't even lie to you. I celebrated that goal so bad. I celebrated that goal so much. I celebrated it like it's a win, because even though we didn't win the game, but at least we didn't lose. That was Coach Pito's favorite saying, that if you don't win, don't lose. And I won't lie to you, I celebrated that goal, shamelessly so. Shamelessly so. I celebrated that goal because Also because it's Tears Galaxy, and because of how their coach celebrated. I mean, he celebrated as if he just won the title, but I think it's because he felt like he took something from us, or he's gonna take something from us, and which is the unbeaten record. I'm so glad we kept that intact. I'm so glad we found a goal. Sharilile scores his eighth goal against his Galaxy, I think in 8 games. He loves playing against this team, and he always finds a goal against this team. I think if Peter is suffering from a goal drought and we are up against his Galaxy, you just know that the goal drought is over. He enjoys scoring against this team, and I think now he's 7 goals away from reaching the record, the all-time league scoring record, which is still hard to wrap my head around because this man has only been at Sundowns for 4 seasons, and I think he played for when he was at Highlands Park. I think he played for 3 seasons, three or 2 seasons. So it's very remarkable that in such a short space of time he's about to clinch this record. I think by December, by when we reach the December break, oh, I think he'll he would have smashed this record. I think he would have smashed this record. Um, yeah, let me get into the ratings because I honestly don't think the performance was that bad. I don't think the performance was that bad. In the first half, the intensity was very good. I thought we played well in the first half. It's just certain moments where I feel like we needed an extra pass. There's moments where I thought like we just needed an extra pass. There's a drive Mkulise made where he intercepted the ball in his own box, drove with the ball, and the moment he released the pass, I was about to say two more touches. I felt like if he had taken one more touch, if he had taken one more touch, the second touch would have forced the defender to commit, and I think he would have played a better pass, and I think he would have played a pass inside the box to either Sharulile or I forgot who was running to his right. But all in all, I felt like it was a very good first half, and we also started the second half well, but I don't know. I think the bookings and the physicality of this match, I think it just took the momentum away from the game itself. Because I think you can see these players were motivated by something else. It can be bonuses because apparently salaries are not as consistent as TS Galaxy. That's why they have to sue coaches to make ends meet. But yeah, you know what? You can't hate on Tim Sugas' hustle, man. So yeah, they looked. What was my back to my point is that I felt like they looked motivated. They looked motivated to win this game, either for their coach or something else. Because definitely not for a bonus. But I thought we did our best to control the game. One sub I wasn't really sure about when Teboho came on was from Kulise. I thought maybe Teboho could have came on for Rivaldo because Mkulise was stretching, was occupying their fullbacks. And when he took out Mkulise, I thought, even though they were attacking us, but I felt like it would have been a better sub to take out Rivaldo instead of Blesser, because I thought Blesser maybe might have like given us more than what Rivaldo was giving us at the time. But yeah, without wasting time, I'll get into the ratings. I thought Ronwen, he had very good saves in the first half. In the first half, he was playing very well. One thing about Ronwen that I even saw on Saturday in Athlone is the fact that the one thing that we always commend him on, sometimes even when he does it, you forget that this is one of his biggest strengths. His reading of the game is so good. I don't know how many times but Neo has always said, Ronan keeps super keeper. He's a super keeper, and he always arrives on time to intercept the ball. And I thought he did that well in the first half. In the second half, I just felt like the game got away from both teams. I think the game got away from both teams. Um, And I thought TS Galaxy had moments in the game where they could have actually scored more than they did. They played percentage football. That was good percentage football that they played, because I heard the coach say they dominated the game, but I'm not sure if you dominate the game when you have the when we have more than 60% of possession, when we have more passes, when we have more shots, when we have more corners. I don't know which part of the game you were dominating, because I think Sundowns does it so much and so often that people no longer see it. I think if you have more counter attacks than Sundowns, people will think you are playing better than Sundowns, or you're having a go at Sundowns. I thought structurally they were good. Structurally they were good. You could see how they didn't give Nku and Teshrik space to play from the first half. I thought they played percentage football very well. And Kushurlane once mentioned how they played Catanaccio, which I think might have been the the catalyst of whatever the TS Galaxy coach is trying to. I can't say it's a rivalry, because every time you Sundowns and TS Galaxy play, you can see that it's an elite team up against a very good mid-table team. Um, a mid-table team that's punching above their weight, because you you don't do that against Ellis. You don't do that against the Polkodi cities. Uh, so anyway, let's go into the ratings. I think I'm blabbering a lot because this game had too much as well. I think Ronwen, as much as he conceded, I think that was. I thought his defense let him down, especially Spelelem Kulisi, because when the ball rebounded and it went to, I forgot who the guy is, the one with the dreadlocks. Um, Spelele tried to shield the ball instead of, but I understand that he might have not wanted to kick the ball because maybe the guy puts his leg in and then it's a penalty. But I think they could have done a better job there. They exposed Ronwen, and Itejani, who was super, super, super good. I thought he could have been the man of the match today. Even that shot that wasn't as powerful as you think it should be to beat a keeper of Ronwen's caliber, but it was a goal. So even despite the goal, I think Ronwen had a very solid performance in the tough game. I'll give him a 7.5. Kuliso, I'll give Kuliso a 7. We'll give. I'll say River, even though it seems as if his starting point is a centre back, and okay, not it seems his starting point is as a centre back, and then he inverts. So I guess I'll rate him as a centre back. I think River was good in the first half, but in the second half, I didn't see. I think it's because we just didn't get into the groove of controlling the game. They were good in transitions, and I thought we were also good in our defensive transition. But in the second half, when Vala came on, he wasn't really sure like of his positions. I think in one moment. But I'll give River a 7 as well. I'll give Lebusa a 7. I thought Aubrey was very good today. Also provided the assist for the goal. Could have had a second assist if Tibza had connected properly with the ball towards the end. Aubrey was very good. I think Aubrey is an 8. Siphombule, I think the yellow card really killed his momentum of the game. But I'll give him a 7 as well. I thought Spelele was probably one of our best players on the pitch. Spelele, I'll give him an 8. And then I'll give Marcelo an 8.5. I will give Tashrik. Tashrik had very good moments, but like he just couldn't get the There's an action where he beat the defender, but they called the foul against him. I thought that wasn't a foul, but he found it a bit hard to go past. I think it's is it Mahlangu? I forgot who's the right back. He found it hard to go past him. A quiet game from him, but every time I see him, there's something I like about Teshrik. I'll give him a 6, and then I will give Lisibanku a 6.5 because I thought he was good on the right side, especially uh, when he received the ball and he would just slice through in between two defenders. I thought he gave the Tears Galaxy left back and one of their aides. He made sure they end their salary. Um, Peter Shalulile, very good, occupied the centre backs. Peter's hold-up play has been commendable. I think I've spoken about it a lot this season. He's been good. Also found a goal. Only as much as he was out with injury for most part of the season, and his struggles have been highlighted this season. He's just a goal away from getting into double figures in the league, which I don't think is bad. Some seasons ago, I think Bradley Grobler won top goal scorer for like 14 goals. And I think if Shalu can get a goal against Cape Town City, I think it will still be good enough. Got a very important goal. I won't lie, that was a very important goal. I celebrated that goal like it's a win as well because it kept our ambition for going invincible alive. I will give Shalulile an 8. I'll give Shalulile an 8. Off the bench, Mvala. It wasn't a convincing performance from him. I'll even go as far as saying not a good performance. I don't know. I don't know. I think a 5 for Mutobi. Lebo Maboe was not as visible on the ball, but he had moments where I wondered who's that, and it was always him. Lebo always has a very good dribble on him, and I thought um, when the coach brought him on the second half, because um, who was on a yellow? Marcelo was on a yellow. I thought he played well, even though it wasn't a vintage level performance. Um, and Lebo has had good performances this season. I'll give Lebo a 5 as well. Uh, I thought Mabena looked lively when he came on. Also could have scored. There's a ball that bounced off. I forgot who had taken a shot, and there was a mix up between him and Obermudiba. And I think if he had controlled that ball and pushed it, I think he could have had a shot at goal. But he just took it first time, and at the time we were trailing 1-0. I thought if he was a bit more composed, he could have maybe gotten something out of that. But I thought he came on and sometimes like you want an attacking player to come on and uplift the team, and I think he did that. I will give Young Mabena a 7.5. I'll give him a 7.5. Teboho Mokoena, 7.5 as well. In the very short space that he came on, you could see that you're dealing with an elite player here. 7.5 for Debza. Um, who else came on? Uh, yeah, that was it. I think that's it. Last week I thought I had forgot to on Saturday I thought I had forgot to rate Ronwen, but when I watched I realized that I did. I hope I didn't forget anyone today. I will give the coach. I'll give the coach an 8 today. Strong lineup, a good lineup, good balance. Played very well, good intensity, got his subs right. I think it wasn't a flawless work, but I think it was good enough. I wasn't at the stadium, so I can't read the supporters. But yeah, we'll see you on Saturday when we leave the title. Let handbags be handbags. But at the end of the day, we are the champions. Record points, invincible. that's all that matters.